Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. In this video, we're going to take a quick look at an extended technique for wind instruments called circular breathing. I'm sure you've maybe heard of circular breathing before, or if you haven't, I'll just explain it briefly. Basically, on any wind instrument, it's possible to play a note and breathe in simultaneously to where you create a continuous sound on your instrument. This is like a somewhat useful extended technique, so don't go overboard trying to learn it. But if it comes easy to you, or if it's something that you really want to implement in your own playing, then definitely experiment with it and figure out what works for you. I never watched a video or asked anyone how to circular breathe. I just saw someone doing it on like a didgeridoo and sort of just started trying out stuff on my own, and it came to me pretty quickly. So I'm just going to make a video if you've already tried something and it's not working, or you just want to hear someone else do it and explain it. So we're going to look into circular breathing. I'll give you guys a quick demonstration. So I'm going to zoom in up here towards the mouthpiece so you can see what my face is doing while I'm doing this. So, okay, this is super close camera. Here we go. This is circular breathing on open G on my C tuba. So that was a pretty long note, and I rebreathed multiple times, and I feel fine. And I think the note sounded pretty good throughout. So that's two main parts to circular breathing. The first one is how you're maintaining a buzz. So the embouchure. So normally you buzz like this, and you're letting the air go through. The way that you can't breathe in while the back of your throat's open and air is going through like that. It's like, I'm pretty sure it's anatomically impossible to do that, and breathe in at the same time. So what you have to do is you have to sort of fake it a little bit. So what I do is I fill all the way from the back of my throat into my cheeks. So like that whole cavity, I cut it off with the muscle in the back of my throat, like that. Then I fill up my cheeks, and I fill it all up with air, and I do this. Really silly sounding outside of music, but that's what I'm doing. Once you practice that, it's a really weird noise. You'll rein it in later. Try to do that noise and breathe in through your nose at the same time. So again, I'm actually taking in too much air doing that, so it's like, just practice that a couple times until you can feel like you can get a constant. It doesn't have to be a buzz. It just has to be that noise. Sounds pretty silly, but try to do that and breathe in through your nose. After you've got that noise and the in-breath down like this, you're going to want to put it into the mouthpiece. And what's going to happen is the mouthpiece and the physics of your instrument are going to round out that noise into a buzz for you. But you're going to encounter a couple problems. The first is, when you first attempt this, your tone is going to drastically change as soon as you cut off the back of your throat and fill your cheeks up with air. It's going to sound like this. So don't be sad when you hear that noise at first, because that's just, you have to get used to creating a buzz in these new conditions inside your oral cavity. So just practice filling it up and just maintaining a good tone. I'm getting pretty even sound through that. The next step would be to do that noise, just that noise, into your mouthpiece, after playing a long note like this. So the ends of those notes is this. That's what's happening. I'm just not rebreathing and starting a new note. If I were to add a breath in through my nose and reopen my throat, then I could keep playing. Another problem you might have is that you're having a really, jagged transition between the open oral cavity and the closed one where you're breathing back in. So it's all about just smoothing that out and being really in control of what's happening in the back of your throat. And also being kind of, I think of it as being gentle, because if I'm really rough with my movement in the back of my throat, then it's going to sound like I'm re-articulating the note like this. I can still circular breathe, but it sounds like I'm re-articulating the note. So the more gently and the more controlled you can make that motion, the smoother your circular breathe notes are going to sound. Circular breathing sounds the best when you're actually playing music and not just a long note. So I'm going to give a quick demonstration song here, and I'm going to play Amazing Grace while circular breathing.
Mm-hmm.